Tonight from PNC Park on Pittsburgh's North Shore, FSN Pittsburgh presents our Pittsburgh Pirates against the St. Louis Cardinals. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Pirates Baseball. Steve Glass along with Bob Walk. And Robert, these big bad Cardinals are in town. They've got the best record in baseball, and they really beat the Pirates up last weekend. How do we slow them down?
Well, you got to slow them down with some good pitching. You can't be afraid of the bats. Even though these guys are heavy hitters, you still got to throw strikes and use that defense.
And we got a couple guys of our own we can throw at them. Jack Wilson has had a terrific year. We've always known what he could do with the glove.
Yeah, but Jack is really proud of this. I think this kind of puts a cap on his year. First time it's been done, obviously, since Andy Van Slyke. And I know he's proud of it because he was carrying that baseball around in the clubhouse that he hit for the home run off Randy Johnson, trying to get it signed. So it's another little feather in his cap this year.
Yep, and we've got a candidate for Rookie of the Year honors, Jason Bay. He's got about 5.5, 6 weeks to go. He continues to get the job done.
Oh, yeah, you look at the offensive stats that he is putting up. I can't see how anyone can't say he is the favorite. And one thing I think is getting overlooked a little bit is his defense. He's also doing a great job for us out there in left field. And this left field here, you see him going into that very deep notch, is like playing center field in another ballpark. So he's doing everything with the bat and with the glove.
Yeah, I like his chances too. So Jason Bay, Jack Wilson, the rest of the Pirates getting ready to host the St. Louis Cardinals. It is Jeff Suppan for the Cardinals. It is Ryan Vogelsong for the Pirates. Stay tuned. Lineups coming up next. 3 games between the Pittsburgh Pirates and the St. Louis Cardinals. They conclude their year's work this weekend. Take a look at Tony La Russa's Cardinal lineup, brought to you by Dodge. Tony Womack, the former Pirate, and it's Larry Walker in the second spot. Albert Pujols having another great year, followed by Scott Rowland having a great year, followed by Jim Edmonds having a great year. Edgar Renteria always has a good year against the Pirates. Then it's John Mabry getting the start in left field. Mike Matheny doing the catching, and Jeff Suppan on the hill for the Cardinals. Tony Womack will lead it off against Ryan Vogelsong. The first pitch is in for a strike.
Take a look at Ryan's scouting report, brought to you by PNC. This season against the Cardinals has been ugly, and it's going to be at his best tonight, hopefully. And he's thrown a lot more strikes since coming back in the rotation. In fact, in the last 2 starts, he's walked only 2 people. So hopefully he'll trust his stuff, as you like to say, Steve. And
that's step one, isn't it?
Use that defense.
Tony Womack having a great year for the Cardinals. What a fit he has been for the Redbirds at the top of the batting order. Chop back to Ryan. It's going to be a good start for a starting pitcher to get on the other side of that speed. 1 up, 1 down. Take a look at the Pirates defense. When we get a moment, as Larry Walker settles in. There we go. Rico brings you the Pirates defense. Bay, Redmond, and Craig Wilson left over to right. Then it's Makoviak at third. Jack Wilson is the shortstop. Bobby Hill at second. Darrell Ward at first. Jason Kendall behind the plate. Rob Makoviak at third base once again. And Larry Walker takes the pitch outside. There are no soft spots in this Cardinal batting order.
No, not at all. The Cardinals this year with 3 guys hitting 30 home runs or more. If Larry Walker would have been a Cardinal from the beginning of the year, and if he would have been healthy, he's always a lock to hit 30. So right now it's like they have 4 30 home run hitters early in this lineup in reality.
Yeah, you talk to any opposing pitcher, they'll tell you that. 2-0 goes to 3-0 against Larry Walker. He's .319, 10 home runs, 36 RBIs. The Pirates swept the Cardinals the last time the Redbirds were in Pittsburgh. Latter part of the month of June, 28th, 29th, and 30th. Pirates playing very good baseball at PNC Park, 21-7 their last 28 games. And Walker taking all the way. Count goes to 3-1. Pirates off yesterday after, I think, maybe the best win of the season, the 2-1 win over Randy Johnson. Line to center field. Will it stay up? It won't, and the race is on. Larry Walker not getting out of the chute in real fast fashion, but he still can turn it on and get himself into third base with a triple.
Yeah, that's what he did. Once he saw that ball get through, just about as he was making his turn, swinging out to go around first base, that's when he put it in the next gear. He knew he had a triple then, and with 1 out, it's important to get to third base.
The attempt by Tyke. Larry Walker one time had unbelievable speed for a big man. He's getting a little older. He's not a kid anymore, but he knows what he's capable of doing, and he knows he can get that long stride going.
Yeah, now you would probably say he has average to maybe just a little bit better than average speed, but he used to be a burner.
Speaking of a burner, Pirates going to ask for hazard pay as they bring the infield in against Albert Pujols. He's all over the charts among the batting leaders in the National League. Hot foul. 323 batting average. That's 7th best. 39 home runs. That's 2nd best. 98 RBIs. That's 3rd best. In the 3 major categories, he is there.
If you put him into a poor lineup, he'd have the same intentional walks really that Barry Bonds. I mean, that's the type of hitter he is.
Yep.
But you can't pitch around anybody in this lineup.
Nobody. 0-1 to Prince Albert. Breaking ball missing outside. Yeah, you work around him, then you got Rowan. You work around Rowan, you got Edmonds.
Rennery is no slouch.
And on and on.
Mabry's really tough against right-hand pitching.
Yeah, Mabry's hitting 313.
Yeah.
Ball and a strike to Albert Pujols.
Reggie Sanders not even in the lineup.
Hunter Wendelstadt calling time there. He's working the home plate area. Mike Winters, Tim Timmons, and Kevin Kelly umpires around the bases. First of 3 with the Cardinals over the weekend.
A real warm, humid night.
Yeah, it's a St. Louis type night. It's just missing that outside corner. Albert's not been around all that long, but he's already getting borderline calls because of what he's been doing the first 3-4 years of his career in the big leagues.
Yep. Good as they come right now.
2 balls and a strike to Pujols. Walker at first base. First inning. Good off-speed pitch.
Yeah, straight change. Ball not only you know, it was a lot slower, but watch the little dip at the end. Pujols swings right over the top of it.
And this guy does not strike out. 41 strikeouts and 477 at bats. I mean, everything you look at about Pujols is good. Try to get him to chase here, perhaps.
He did a little bit. That ball was elevated, but he got a piece of it. Kendall wanted it up. Look where the target is. He put it up there, and still Pujols was able to foul it off. And that sometimes, to me, is the difference between when you're going good and when you're not. When you're going good, that's a pop-up or a strike 3. When you're not, it's just a foul ball, and now you got to do it again.
Still 2-2. And the thing is, you throw that pitch, that first high fastball that he fouled straight back, you're going to get a lot of National League and big league hitters that aren't going to catch up to that like Albert did and get a piece of it.
What's that going down the river, Steve? An apartment building? That's huge.
Yeah, we ought to rent that for spring training.
Oh, the sights here at PNC Park.
Yeah, I mean, that's a serious parade going by. We got a serious pitch coming here from Ryan Vogelsong. And Larry Walker, only Larry and the laundry man know how close that one came. That ball was ripped right by him.
Yep, a little jump rope. That's why you're in foul territory.
Yep. Yeah, and that ball's trying to chase him and hook into that knee or leg.
You know, he's got to get a good lead, though, because the infield is not really all the way in, but in far enough to where if he wants to score in a ground ball, he's got to get a great jump. There it is. That's the parade.
Condo, yeah. Ryan will try it again. It hits him. And up and in, and
you know, I think that was that change up again, Steve. The one he swung and missed had a little tail on it. Well, this one he elevated, and the tail just brought it into the forearm.
Well, if you get rolling now to hit the ball on the ground, you got a double play possibility. The Pirates have turned 152. That's the most of any major league team. The trick is getting rolling to hit it at somebody. Scott Rowan, his numbers phenomenal. 321. That's 8th best. 31 home runs, 10th best. 110 RBIs. That is the best in the National League. First and third here in the first inning. Ryan Vogelsong was burned in the first inning last start against the Cardinals in St. Louis.
Well, Ryan has been burned in the first inning in many of his starts. This is where he really has his problems.
Yep. Renteria got him to the opposite field, and that put him in a hole. He pitched well against the Cardinals after that. Pitch. pitch. Missing downstairs, 2-0, and this is the dilemma against any hitter, but especially good hitters. 2-0, they can look for things even a lot more than usual. Scott Rowan is a stud. He's in the driver's seat of this at bat. If you had to make a vote in terms of who's most valuable this Cardinal team between Pujols and Rowan, a tough call, wouldn't it?
Yeah, sure would. You know, the one thing that Rowan has going for him that Pujols doesn't is Rowan also plays Gold Glove defense.
Yeah.
Pujols is not bad, but Rowan can beat you with his glove.
And you know, I guess many times too, I was going to add this one element. Not all the time you get the younger guys picked as the MVPs. You know, a veteran that's been around a while, maybe more name recognized. And 3-1 now. As Ryan Vogelsong gets the call on that last pitch. We'll watch Albert, and they're going to watch him. And Albert was creeping a little bit. Usually those guys aren't fooled very much. I wonder if he might have been going under the watchful eye of Dave McKay.
I don't know. McKay had said something into his ear just prior to that. He said either you're running or be careful with the first to third pickoff. One of those two things, probably what he said.
We'll try it again, 3-1. Albert's not running. Bounce off the glove, and that's a problem. They get Scott Rowan at first base. What's the call? If Ryan doesn't flag that down, do we get two? Was Bobby Hill going to get it?
I don't know. It would have been close.
Yeah.
Well, Bobby Hill did a nice job recovering on this as it just gets almost stopped right in the grass. No, I would say that's through. So I think Vogelsong did a good job just getting one out on that. And if you can get out of this inning with just one run, I don't think it's that big of a deal. You got to minimize your damage against these guys, against anybody, especially this team.
So the Cardinals break out on top as Ryan has another snag in the first inning. And it's not over. Pop foul as Jim Edmonds comes up, 300, 33 home runs, 6th best in the National League, 88 RBIs. That's 7th best. You never know what's going to happen, but if Tyke Redmond pulls up and gives Larry Walker the base hit, you know, who knows how the first inning is going to unravel. But he made the attempt at the catch. Of course, if he catches it, that's 2 up, 2 down, and Ryan's real happy about the attempt. 1-1 now. Pitch misses downstairs to Jim Edmonds. Another guy that can hit for power and a Gold Glover. Combination you want in ball players. Jim Edmonds personifies that. Got that typical left-hand uppercut swing. He'll drop that back shoulder and try to lift the ball just about every time.
He's a fly ball hitter.
2-1 to Jim. And that fly ball is well hit. Craig Wilson just going to give it a look. And that ball is well out of here. And another 3 spot for the Cardinals in the first inning against Ryan Vogelsong. Jim Edmonds with number 34.
Yeah, that's all we've been talking about the last 10 minutes about you can't pitch around anybody in this lineup. I mean, who can't hurt you? Everybody. It looked like he had a chance to get out of this inning with just the 1 run scoring, and boy, Edmonds did clobber that one. That was all the way back on the walkway.
Pitch to Renneria, fouled off. 296, 9 home runs, 61 RBIs for the Cardinal shortstop. Well, and you have to take an overview of this whole thing, Bob. The Pirates pitching thin with Wells and Burnett going on the DL. Good off-speed pitch to get out in front, 0-2, but there's been much damage done. A high chop, and that's going to be Bobby Hill's play. He'll make that comfortably. So they do shut down the top of the first inning, but not until the Cardinals score 3. Pirates coming to bat. Welcome back. The Cardinals jump out in front with a 3 spot with the help of Jim Edmonds' home run in the top of the first inning. Pirates coming to bat. We'll take a look at the Pirates lineup, brought to you by Jeep. It's a very familiar one. Jason Kendall at the top. Leads all major league catchers with 116 starts, and it's Jack Wilson having that good year, followed by Darrell Ward in the 3rd spot at first base. Craig Wilson in right. Rob Makoviak getting the start at 3rd base tonight. Then it's Jason Bay in left field. In the 7th spot, center fielder Tyke Redmond. Bobby Hill bats 8th at second base, and Ryan Vogelsong in the number 9 spot.
Suppan scouting report brought to you by Citgo. He has owned the Pirates 3-0, 670. Or no, 267 ERA. Where did I get 670 there, Steve?
Well, you boxed him.
Yeah, I guess I did. Yeah,
numbers.
Boxed him. Yeah, trifecta. Boy, he's nothing at the plate this year. He hit for us last season.
Yeah, he did.
And he's 0 for, what was that, 43?
43, yeah.
Man.
So there is somebody who can pitch around.
Yeah, okay. There's a resting spot in this lineup tonight.
Yeah, man. Jeff Suppan's been tremendous on the road. 7-0 away from Busch Stadium this year. 7 of his 12 wins. 25th start for the veteran right-hander who gives you innings every year. He is an innings eater, and that is a very valuable commodity. Very consistent. Jason Kendall, 303, 3 home runs, 42 RBIs. Pirates at 60 and 66. Line drive base hit. Good start for the Pirates in the bottom of the first inning. Jason Kendall. Take a look at the Cardinals defense, brought to you by Pepsi. John Mabry gets the start in left field. He's a guy that they bought up when we were in St. Louis, and I don't know why he was ever in the minor leagues. He's a good ball player. Edmonds, Walker, you're familiar with that. The infield you're familiar with. Rowan, Renteria, Womack, Pujols. Mike Matheny, one of the real good mechanics in back of home plate. Jeff Suppan.
Mabry also can play a little infield.
Mm-hmm.
He's a guy a little bit like Makoviak. Move around different places on the field. Good left-handed bat.
Jack Wilson, 308, 10 home runs, 46 RBIs. We talked about him in the open. His double-figure numbers and home runs, triples, and doubles.
Yeah, Jack was wanting Roger to write a little something on the ball.
Get Randy Johnson to sign it.
I don't know if they were talking about doing that. That might be. I'd do it in a second. I don't know if Randy would want to.
I might give him a day.
Yeah, I might wait 2 or 3 years to ask him, but I don't think he was real happy when he left here. But
I'll tell you,
that would be kind of cool to have that signature on there.
What a game that was, and how quickly it could turn, and what a great example of the fact that anything can happen. You know, we say it every time, but he looked so dominant, and then 2 quick swings of the bat, you got a 2-1 lead, you got your ball game. So Josh Fogg comes up very big, and the Pirates play a classic ball game and win 2-1.
Don't ever give up. You no telling what might happen.
That's right. There's no law against it.
Wait till the very, very end when it's just totally over with, and nothing else can happen. But until then, just keep plugging away.
Goes, and the ball's fouled away.
A little hit and run. Yeah, Suppan's a great guy to hit and run against because he's a strike thrower. He's always around the plate. Nothing is all that overpowering. You should be able to at least get a piece of everything he throws. So he's a great candidate type pitcher to hit and run against.
Yep, you're going to put the ball in play high percentage of the time. They take off.
You know, Oliver Perez would be an example of the other side of the coin. A guy that's tough to hit and run against. You don't know where the ball is going to be, what it's going to be, and you might not be able to get a piece of it.
Down the line, we got action. Kendall around second. He'll cruise comfortably into third base. Jack Wilson into second. Get back, Jason, with a stand-up double, and the Pirates trying to answer right away in the bottom of the first inning. Single to right, double down in the left field corner.
Another extra base hit for Jack Wilson.
Nice ground ball between Scott Rowland and third base as he turns on it.
You know, it's not just the batting average that Jack has been able to do good work, but it's the slugging percentage. All the home runs, the triples, the doubles that he's got. That's his 32nd double on the year. He's got the 11 triples and the 10 home runs we spoke of in the open.
Darrell Ward, 276, 12 home runs, 42 RBIs. By the way, Jeff Suppan has given up 19 home runs. A little vulnerable in that area. Cardinals defensively, the middle guys very willing to give up a run. Just about everybody around the infield as they swing around. Really played Darryl to pull the ball. You can see Rennery up almost in back to second base.
With that great offense of theirs, they can really afford to almost always play conservative on defense.
Yep.
Trade runs for outs. They don't have to worry about that.
They're going to usually wind up with a bunch of runs themselves. Ball and a strike to Darryl Ward. Pirates on second and third. Nobody out in the bottom of the first. Cardinals lead it 3-0. Chop foul.
Really trying to keep the ball in on Ward. If they throw it in there, if he gets the head of the bat to the ball and hits it hard, it's probably going to be foul.
Mm-hmm.
The only way you can keep
that angle is going to be all
ball inside, the only way you can keep it fair is if you jam yourself. Very tough to hit a ball on the screws just off the plate inside and hit a fair ball at the same time.
Suppan out in front 1-2.
The catcher's glove has been set up right in that area almost on every pitch to him. See if they change and maybe go away now that they've jumped out in front with 2 strikes.
Now, you made a good point earlier about the fact that Suppan really not a strikeout pitcher, not a lot of swings and misses. So Darryl has that going for him. Grounded in second. It'll be a run for the Pirates. Cardinals do make that trade you're talking about. And got a 3-1 ball game.
They'll take that and we'll take that.
Yep.
Everybody wins.
And you get Jack Wilson over to third base, and if you can do it again, they'll take it again.
Mm-hmm. And, you know, we've had a 2-run inning. Just fine.
For each run the Pirates score this season, Safe Auto will donate $5 to the Pittsburgh chapter of the Special Olympics. You're safe at home with 1-800-SAFE-AUTO. Craig Wilson with the .274 batting average, 24 home runs for Pirate right fielder. Fastball inside, 74 RBIs. Another number we can box. 2s and 4s and 7s for Craig Wilson. Wilson at third. Pitch to Craig. The other Wilson's downstairs 2-0. Jeff Suppan had a no-hitter here on June 28th for 7 2/3 innings. Pirates wound up winning that ball game. Again, that's part of that sweep when the Pirates won all 3 games from St. Louis when they were last here at PNC Park. 2-0 to Craig. Speed pitch dropped in low, 3-0. Almost looks like he'd rather kind of take his chances with Rob Makoviak than Craig Wilson. Jeff Suppan has pretty good control, but he's...
I think that's a mistake. You get that big lead, start pitching around people in that first inning. And he did put him on with 4 straight. Well, he's rolling the dice. He's maybe thinking ground ball, double play, see if he can save that run, but he also could be down a run with 1 swing of the bat. Left-hand hitter and Clemente Wall just 320 feet away.
Yep, 267, 15 home runs, 67 RBIs. And Suppan now pretty much in the same situation that Vogelsong was in the top half of the inning. First and third, 1 out. Craig Wilson with a modest lead. Not going anywhere in that pitch. Try to crowd Makoviak much the same way they tried to crowd Darryl Ward.
And Craig Wilson too was throwing some balls inside to see. He's trying to pitch just about everybody in. Trying to establish that fastball inside. Trying to quicken up the bat so he can go the slow stuff later.
Line in the center field, base hit. Pirates with their second run. Good job by Rob Makoviak. They keep it going. We got a 3-2 ball game. This might be one of those games where you just got to strap yourself in and see what happens down the line, down the road. Makoviak drives in his 68th run of the season. Jason Bay, 306, 19 home runs, 58 RBIs.
tried to go away with that one. Could make a little change of game plan here. That stuff's not working.
Both pitchers getting quite a workout here in the first inning. Suppan's ready again. Pirates still with a couple runners on the base pass. His breaking ball is in for a strike. 1-1 to Jason.
Work him downstairs. Jason's a good high ball hitter. He likes that ball up.
Well, he showed that against Randy Johnson, that fastball up and away. He said, yeah, I was looking for it. He said, had to start doing something.
He handles that high fastball better than anybody on the club. Big slow curveball there.
Yep. Those have been a bugaboo for him.
Yep.
He has chased a lot of low breaking balls. Suppan pulls the string along with the break on it. Takes a lot of speed away, and he's out in front 1-2. Just getting underway, a whole lot of offense. 3 runs for the Cardinals, 2 for the Pirates. 1-2 to Jason. Another breaking ball, just like the previous one.
69 mile an hour. He really slowed that one up.
There's a veteran. Jeff Suppan's been in the big leagues. This is his 8th major league season, and when he sees a reaction like the previous pitch, hey, why not go back to it?
Slop drop.
Yep, exactly what it is. Familiar look. Tyke Redmond, 274. 7 home runs, 46 RBIs. Suppan trying to work his way out of it. Gets out in front of Tyke.
Tyke's been excellent fastball hitter this season. Really, you look at our lineup, it's not nearly as flashy, obviously, as the Cardinals, but some solid batting averages from top to bottom.
0-1 to Tyke. There's the off-speed pitch, and upward to Albert. Albert will win the race just barely, and Jeff Suppan does a good job getting out of that mess after Pirates scored a couple runs. And
welcome back to Pirate Baseball here on FSN Pittsburgh. And if you can't really see me, I am above the Pirates bullpen, and for good reason. In case you did not know, just a couple days ago, reliever Jose Mesa was placed on waivers. Now, this is a pretty normal procedure for major league teams at this time of the season, just whether or not the team will want to select him and make a deal. Well, the San Francisco Giants decided to select him, but apparently the deal was not sweet enough. However, if it was, Mesa may not want to go.
I'm not going to the Giants. I'm not going nowhere. They trade me. Whatever team pick me up is in trouble. I'm going home. Nobody want me in the winter, so why should they want me now? Plain simple.
Jose Mesa with 35 saves so far this season. It's a good thing if he doesn't want to leave, because he's just 11 saves shy of the Pirates' single-season record of 46 set by Mike Williams back in 2002. Guys, back up to you.
Okay, Dan, thank you very much. John Mabry leading off the top of the second. 313, 8 home runs, 30 RBIs for John Mabry, getting the start in left field. Bouncer wide of Bobby Hill and on into right center field, and the Cardinals get it going here again in the top of the second inning.
You're right. It might be one of those nights.
John Mabry getting the leadoff base hit, and Bob, we should make this announcement. Lanny Fratteri is not here with us tonight. He has taken a medical leave of absence. We hope that everything's going to go all right in that particular category. So Robert and I will try to hold the fort.
Our thoughts are with Lanny. Hope he gets better and gets back extremely soon.
Yeah, because he does this a lot better than we do it, or that I do it. This end of it. Mike Matheny with an average of 248, 3 home runs, 37 RBIs for the Cardinals catcher. They'll keep an eye on John Mabry. He does not have great speed. If he takes off, it's a run and hit program 99% of the time. Vogelsong ready. And that pitch misses. Cardinals scored 3 in the top of the first. Pirates answered with 2. Overall, Pirates and Cardinals. Pirates are 5-9 against St. Louis this season going into this last series. count evens up at 1-1 to Mike Matheny. It is a warm, humid night, and everybody feels it, but the pitchers really feel it.
Oh, it's a miserable night to pitch.
We've not had all that many nights like this this season. It's been a fairly cool summer once it got going. Rain stopped. Ball and a strike to Matheny. Chop foul. 1-2. Jeff Suppan in the on-deck circle.
Pitching in the cold weather.
Oh yeah,
I mean, the hitters were miserable then.
Yeah, anything that makes them miserable, we like.
When it's cold, the pitcher is the only guy that's warm on the field.
Yeah.
Maybe the catcher a little bit.
Yeah. Two reasons to like it. The hitters hate it, and you keep warm, warmer. It doesn't seem like they get as loose. They don't like that fastball and on the hands. Those bees going in the bat.
Yeah, they're whiners.
1-2 to Matheny. High fastball evens a count at 2-2. Dave Parker figurine night here at PNC Park. The big man was out on the field earlier, and he spoke at the luncheon today. I think Dave Parker's always been big, real big. 2-2 to Matheny.
He hadn't shrunk any.
No. Pop to right. Craig Wilson should have that one measured.
Well, I would think that Suppan will be bunting now. There's Big Dave's banner out in front of the ballpark.
Yep. He might be bigger than that banner.
That's actual size, the banner. Everyone else is a blow up. That's Dave's actual size.
What a career as a Pittsburgh Pirate. He really did. Down in spring training this year as an instructor.
Say, he was pretty intimidating to have to pitch to.
I can imagine. He would have to be kind of at the top of that list, wouldn't he? Or near the top of it?
Yeah.
The top two. Jeff Suppan has sacrificed successfully 6 times. It's a funny set of numbers because he's 0 for 43, but he's only struck out 9 times, so he puts the ball in play, and that goes back to your comment about last year. He did a good job with the bat.
Yeah, and what he did last year was he just put the ball in play, but he found a lot of holes. This year is just like nothing.
0-1 to Jeff. They're creeping in on him. That evens the count. Rob Makoviak right in his face by the time that pitch gets to home plate.
Well, what he wants to do is put this ball toward first base. Makoviak should be no factor. Yeah, as long as Suppan does his job.
Yep. Because Darrell Ward has to hold until they deliver.
Yeah, the big spot where he wants to bunt the ball is right there, and then Makoviak can't do anything about it, no matter where he comes. Look at this. They change up. He swings away. Little hit and run, and it works perfectly.
Wow, does that turn everything around? And instead of a man at first with 2 outs, now you got first and third with 1 out.
And you put the hit and run on with a guy that doesn't have a base hit all year. It's late August, and what's he do? He gets a base hit.
Like you said, he found the hole.
Yep.
Darrell Ward, if he's back in his normal position, he probably has time to go over and grab that little flare. But he was thinking about the bunt. Now you've got a real mess now as Jason talks to Ryan Vogelsong, because you got runners on first and third, 1 out. That's bad enough. But you got Tony Womack. Tony's a good contact hitter. He goes the opposite way. He's tough to double up. A lot of things going for the Cardinals right here.
We'll see how the Pirates decide to play with it. Being that it's Womack and he's hard to double up with his speed, do they even take a chance, or do they play up and stop maybe from trying to score? Looks like they're going to come up. They're not all the way on the grass, but they're only a couple steps back.
Well, there's certainly not much speed in the base pass, so you might have a chance to make a decision if you get the ball hit to you rather quickly.
Well, yeah, but the speed they're having to worry about is Womack.
Yeah, Womack's, yeah. Fastball missing outside. 1-1 to Tony, who bounced right back to Ryan Vogelsong. You'd like to see that happen again. Base hit to right field. Tony Womack with a good at bat, just kind of serving it in front of Craig Wilson.
Yeah, as you said, he's just a contact type hitter. Not going to take very many big swings, and he just cuts down and trying to slap the ball out there somewhere and get that run home, and he just found a hole just like Suppan did.
Yep. And now, you know, it just goes on and on now, because now you got the big boys. Now you really need a double play ball not to let this thing really get out of hand. Larry had the triple first time up.
Larry can hit double play ball. There was a game we played in St. Louis where he struck out 3 times and hit into 2 double plays.
That's right. That game we won when Oliver Perez pitched, he had a miserable night.
Yeah, 2 double plays and struck out 3 times. That was about as miserable as you can get.
The way that base hit for Tony Womack extends his hitting streak. It's now a lucky 13. 4-2 Cardinals in the second inning. They've got runners on first and second with 1 out. And 1-1 pitch to Larry Walker. Misses just outside. Two and one, 3 and 1. With a shot of Lloyd McClendon. Lloyd would really like to get 5, 6, 7 innings out of Ryan Vogelsong, but that's kind of unlikely now with the way he is laboring this early in the ball game.
Yeah, maybe if he can get a double play ball here, but a couple more base hits are going to make that very unlikely in the bullpen. Just as you brought that up, Steve, they're going to start throwing.
Now a full count to Larry Walker.
You might have just lost your double play because it would a 3-2 count. I don't know with Suppan in second base, but it's a possibility that might start the runners. Will they go? Womack is way off first. Nope, they're not going.
Hopped him up. Big out for Ryan Vogelsong if he can follow it up. Infield fly rule is called. 2 outs. The runners stay where they are. And again, Ryan in a situation where he can really wiggle out of a tough spot, but he needs to get another out as Larry gets under it.
Yeah, Larry had a good pitch to hit. Looked like it was in his happy zone, and he just popped it up.
Those left-hand guys, they can't help themselves. They have to get under the baseball.
Yeah.
Could be a turning point for Ryan Vogelsong right here in this ball game. Tried to come inside on Pujols and hit him last time.
Either direction.
Yeah.
There's a Y in the road right here.
Yep. What Yogi used to say, if there's a Y in the road, take it. Left field over toward the corner, toward the line. It's going to be a foul ball and out of everybody's reach.
And normally the only person that is going to make a catch in that little corner right there is going to be that left fielder. But with Pujols up, Bay is going to be playing so deep, he just can't get there.
You know, well, we have a moment too. Let's say hello to Ryan Vogelsong's dad, Harold Vogelsong, who's watching tonight's game up in Boston. Hope all's going well with you, Harold. And
your son's at the crossroads right now.
Yep.
He needs this out. Need that pop fly.
One pitch misses.
Yeah, that's what happened to Ryan in St. Louis. They got to him early on. We mentioned the 3-run homer, but then I think just 1 run he gave up the next 5 innings.
Yep.
That's the type of ball game that he needs tonight.
And he can start right here. Good off-speed pitch again. He got Pujols to swing and miss at an off-speed pitch in the first at bat, and then he came inside and nicked him on the hand.
Pujols is out in front. He's hunting the fastball right now.
Mr. Vogelsong, you should be proud of your son. You've raised a fine young man. We root for him, and
he definitely. I'm sure he's told you that We've told him he's one of our favorites.
Yep, he is. He's a good trooper, and he's going to have a good Major League career. And happy birthday, Mr. Vogelsong. To top everything else, and we got you the birthday wish. Yeah,
Yes,
happy birthday. We got you pop up to center field off Albert Pujols, and that'll shut down the top of the second inning. They scored one, but only one. 4-2 Redbirds. Bobby Hill will lead it off against Jeff Suppan. Pirates now down by 2. Bobby Hill, switch hitter, hitting .265, a couple of home runs, 24 RBIs. Not been seeing much playing time lately. Jose Castillo's been out there a good bit. A couple of big outs for Ryan Vogelsong. Got a circle around him. You're in trouble, and you're facing Larry Walker and Albert Pujols. And you get them both out without anybody moving around the bases. You've done a good job. Ryan did that.
You know, one thing that's been kind of against Bobby Hill this year, as far as getting playing time, is he's done just a phenomenal job off the bench for the Pirates. He's turned into their best pinch hitter.
Fair ball. Couple of bases for Bobby, maybe not. And they catch a flyer, the arm of Larry Walker, but that's a reputation stop.
Well, there's nothing that the runner can do. He sees the ball is cut off. He sees the right fielder is going to throw the ball in. And once the ball gets started toward the infield, you have to put on the brakes. You don't know it's going to be a bad throw until now.
That's right.
And now it's too late. As soon as the ball is starting to come in towards second base, you got to stop. You can't say, oh, well, I hope that's a bad throw, and keep running. So you can't get on Bobby Hill for stopping at second base or stopping at first base. He did the right thing.
Yep. Yeah, the decision is made long before that ball is a flyer. That's like balls that catchers block. If they keep it out in front, you've got to make that decision so fast. And if it goes behind them, you know, it's a whole different program. But once these guys get their hand on the ball, you've got to make a decision right away.
All those balls in the dirt. Nice punt.
They're going to try at second base, and they get him at second. They get him at first. The double play.
Gold Glover came out of that crouch like he was spring loaded.
Yep. Thought for a moment this throw might sail more on the first base side of second base for Matheny as Renneria gets. I mean, that's just, they're too good.
Yeah, Matheny just does a great job. He almost just tears right through Vogelsong quickly on that ball. And then Renneria, he shows why he's got a Gold Glove also. That was a tough turn. He was off balance, didn't have his feet set to make a good throw, and still with that strong arm of his.
Yeah, simple matter of too much talent.
As it turned out, the bunt probably could have been a little bit further, getting out there on the grass, but still, there's not a lot of catchers that can come out of that crouch that fast and make the perfect bare hand grab and throw.
Back up to the top to Jason Kendall. Got things started for the Pirates with a base hit. He came around to score. There are also probably some shortstops that are a little gun shy when that ball is tailing back in toward a runner and there's a lot of traffic at second base. 2-1 to Jason. So things settle down very quickly in the bottom of the second inning. 2 outs, nobody on to Jason Kendall. Wide to first, Pujols. Good stop. Over to Suppan. Safe. Jason Kendall with a good hustle beats the wrap at first base by an eyelash. Perhaps a gnat's eyelash.
Well, we'll probably get a second look in slow motion to see exactly what happened. At this point, if Pujols makes a good throw, it looks like he's going to be out.
You know, I think that extra step might have cost Suppan that footwork.
Yes, it did. He shuffled his feet. He was set up to go at it with the left foot and then had to change his mind to the right foot. And just a real bang play. Basically a tie. Their feet hit the back at the same moment.
You know, how many times do we say that Jason Kendall runs hard to first base 4 times a night? Well, there's an example of what we're talking about. couple of base hits in the inning, but still not a whole lot going on. Let's see if the Pirates can capitalize on that infield hit. Jack Wilson with a double down the left field line, his first time up. Really get things going. This should do it, and it does. 6-4 on the play, 4-2 St. Louis. Welcome back to PNC Park, 4-2 Cardinals as we go to the third inning. The Geico Direct Moment quote. Jack Wilson talking about Josh Fogg. Josh was the man in that game. He kept us in the game, got us out of some jams. He's the man.
He's the man. How do I, Josh?
Yep. Yeah, you got to be proud of that ball game. That was a dandy.
That'll be one that he remembers for a while. Yep. He beat Randy last time.
Yep, 3-2. This is a little better, 2-1. A little anxious moment in the ninth inning, but it didn't take long. Just an hour and 47 for Mr. Mesa to get it done. Back to action here. Scott Rowland. In the first inning, hit the ball off Ryan Vogelsong's glove. That's another thing. How close was Ryan to getting a double play? If he holds on to that ball, he's probably going to have a play somewhere.
Yep.
And that's the end of everything. Edmonds doesn't get up to hit the home run. But Scott Rowland finds a way to get RBIs. 111. Right center field, that's trouble. That's the John Daly hit.
Yeah. Hit Daly right in the nose, didn't it?
Yep. Now Daly can hit the ball further, but I don't know if he has that kind of accuracy. and Scott Rowland's a little more level-headed too, by the way.
Just a little bit.
Yep. He cuts that ball. That's kind of that cut shot out to right center field.
A little bit of a slice on it.
Yep.
Oh, hit him in the neck.
Yep. I don't remember John Daly slicing the ball that much. He hits it pretty straight, and hits a long one too. So back to action. Scott Rowland leadoff double, and that'll bring up Edmonds, who hit his 34th home run first time up. And he got a lot of it. And he knows it. Hits off the railing. Who knows how far that would have gone. That's going to hit and bounce into the water probably. If it clears that railing. The Pirates did have some bullpen action in the second inning. Left-hander Frank Brooks.
Ryan's trying to dodge bullets all night so far.
Pike, has he got it measured? Has he got room? He does not. Jim Edmonds straight away center field. Second of the night, 35th of the season. I thought when that ball left the bat, the ballpark was going to hold it.
Hell, I was watching Redmond though, and he kept looking at the ball and then giving ground, looking at the ball and giving ground. It just refused to come down. Watch Tyke. He's checking a wall, checking a wall. Ran out of space.
Ball fouled away by Edgar Renteria. Don't want to get into the numbers because they're kind of painful to look at, but the Cardinals continue their assault overall on their work on Ryan Vogelsong this year. 6-2 Cardinal lead now, and we're just in the third inning.
Ryan's going to have a tough time getting to sleep when he's thinking of the Cardinals this winter.
Yep. Renteria bounced out to Bobby Hill his first time up to shut down the first inning. This one popped up, and this will be contained by the ballpark as Craig Wilson has it measured. Well, I've been busted. I stole Mike Shannon's Cardinal media guide, and he caught me. charged me $3 for 1 hour.
1 hour. I was wondering what he was writing there. That's not a bad deal, though.
No, yeah, but the way the pace of the game, it might cost me a lot. Pop to left, Bay sliding over. Has he got it measured? He's running out of room, but winds up tracking it down on the warning track off the bat of John Mabry. A lot of balls up in the air this inning.
You don't want too many of them in the air with these guys, that's for sure. Bay over to make that catch.
Yeah, that's the dangerous part of left field. There's a lot of left field, but there's a dangerous little corner there before it slides out and gets deep and gives you all that acreage. Just inside the foul pole, another, what, 50, 75 feet down there. You can get something pretty inexpensive.
Yeah, I got something you can go back at with Shannon. Well, last year, I remember him leaving our radio booth with an armload of cold beverages. Do you recall that?
Yep, we're gonna return a note. Popped up, playable. Darrell Ward over, it slides out of reach. Mike Shannon, long-time Cardinal broadcaster, long-time Cardinal third baseman, also played a little left field when he first came up. They love him in St. Louis.
And the owner of a fine steakhouse.
Absolutely, and we've made sure we've tested it on occasion. Yep, right across from Busch Stadium. Got a great location.
He usually takes care of us with a couple of certificates.
Yep. We appreciate it. 2 down here. Pitch missing upstairs. Houston pounded the Chicago Cubs this afternoon, 15-7. Beltran a couple home runs. Berkman, Bagwell, Kent, Garcia, Parra, and Lee homering for the Cubs. The wind was blowing out at Wrigley.
Yes, it was.
Breaking ball outside. 3-2 now to Mike Matheny with 2 outs. 2 runs already in for the Cardinals. They have scored in every inning. 3 in the first, 1 in the second, 2 to this point in inning number 3.
Oswald got that win though. That's 15. He's got an outside shot at 20.
Yep. Pop down the right field line. This is well out of play. And they had another bench clearing incident as Oswalt hit somebody again. Roy's been in the middle of 2 or 3 of those.
Yeah. Well, he's going to be getting some time off too, so he's going to miss 1 start. So
yeah, that'll cost his attempt for 20.
He'll probably have 6, 7 starts left at the most.
At one time, before he hurt himself, he was like in the top 3 or 4 right-handers in the National League.
Oh, I'll still say that, though.
Yep.
I think.
Yep. He's tough. Another ball fouled out of play. A full count to Mike Matheny.
He's got that mid-90 fastball and that big slow curveball.
Yeah, and also he's got a reputation that they're a little shaky when he comes inside because they know he will. He'll get his space and then some. Another payoff pitch to Mike Matheny with 2 outs in the top of the 3rd. Got him. And that'll do it for the Cardinals. They scored 2 more and they take a 6-2 lead to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Pirates got some catching up to do alongside the Allegheny River. Think that little guy cares about catching up? It's dinner time.
Yeah, he's interested in one thing.
Yep.
He taking a little nap.
Yeah, he got exactly right where he wants to be, doing exactly what he wants to do. Pirates need to do some work against Jeff Suppan as Jeff finds himself with a 4-run lead.
I think that little guy was a girl, though.
Okay, that young lady.
Yeah, I think I saw a little pretty ribbon there around the head.
See, that's why you're an analyst.
Yeah.
Yep. Decked out in the Pirate headband and ribbon and all set. Darrell Ward bounced out to Tony Womack in the first inning, but it was an RBI ground out. Number 43 for Darrell.
43 RBIs and less than 200 at bats.
Yeah,
It's
his
not too
ratio,
shabby.
Ratio is pretty good. 6-2 Cardinals, bottom of the 3rd inning. There's been some pitching, but there's been a whole lot of hitting. 1-2 to Darrell. Off-speed pitch. It's going to hold up for Larry Walker in right field. And 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd. Craig Wilson walked his first time up. Didn't appear that Jeff Suppan wanted anything to do with him, and if that's the case, the next guy that he worked around Craig Wilson to get to, Rob Makoviak, hit him for an RBI single.
That's exactly like it looked at. I have a hard time believing that Suppan would have done that in that situation. With the score being what it was, a left-hander with some pop in his bat on deck. But he did throw him 4 straight, and he's a strike-throwing machine. And when he throws 4 straight, you got to believe that there was a purpose behind it.
Yeah, 24 starts before tonight, just 47 walks. This guy can throw strikes when he wants to. Said Craig Wilson checking in with 24 home runs, 74 RBIs. We've got another nice crowd on hand here, Robert, on a Friday night. Beautiful Friday night. It is warm. Dave Parker figurine night. Cardinals, best team in baseball in town. Good combination for a night at the ballpark.
Yeah, I imagine the second half of the season anyway, the Cardinals have been drawing just about anywhere they go.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to get a first-hand look at this lineup they've put together.
Yeah. And you wonder if people look beyond the lineup, look at defense and speed. And Craig Wilson gets hit again. How many is that for Craig?
Well, it's about 75 or so for the team. I know that.
Craig Wilson gets hit for the 25th time.
76 times for the club. That's put us in a very nice position to win that battle. I think we've got about a 12-13 batter lead.
Runaway.
It's a runaway.
We'll get a magic number here next week or so. Rob Makoviak with that RBI single, his first time up.
I'm going to bring my glasses over from the radio booth. I'm having a tough time with the stat page tonight.
25 times for Craig Wilson. Jason LaRue next on the list with 19. Take a look at that list again. Seems like there's a catcher's kind of a flavor. Kendall's got to be on the list.
I think it's kind of like a Mission Impossible thing that you see it and then it just dissolves and it doesn't ever come back.
Tony Womack to Renteria, back to first. Not in time for the double play. Makoviak hustling down the line. LaRue's a catch. Craig Wilson does some catching. Craig Biggio used to. Jason Kendall does catch, and Alex Cora probably could if he wanted to.
He caught in Little League.
Yep.
He was a catcher in Little League.
There you have it. It's a catcher's thing. They're tough.
Who is it that has the record? Is it Ron Hunt?
I think it's Baylor, Don Baylor.
Didn't Hunt get hit
a
ton?
We used to hit him, and he used to wrap his upper body. And so, oh, okay, well, apparently you're expecting it, so we'll go ahead and whack you again.
He wore like a flak jacket or something on the uniform.
Yeah. Before flak jackets were around in baseball.
In a homemade version.
Yep. Wrapped him up like a mummy. Still whacked him. Go to first base, nothing doing with Rob Makoviak. Two down here in the bottom of the third. Pirates trying to get something going. Runner at first, 2 outs. Jason Bay, a couple real slow hooks. He had a slow curve for the second strike and then a slower curve for the third strike.
Chasing using a Bobby Hill bat. I think I see a 17 on that knob. Guys will do that occasionally. They'll trade bats back and forth. especially the younger players, because they really haven't settled in on a model yet.
Soft liner to Scott Rowland. That'll do it for the Pirates in the bottom of the third. We played 3, 6-2 Redbirds. 4-2 Cardinals as we go to the top of the fourth inning. It's time for our Aflac trivia question. Jack Wilson leads National League shortstops with 104 double plays. Which shortstops, plural, led the National League in double plays the most seasons? We're looking for 3 names. One of them will be familiar. Maybe all of them. Pitch to Jeff Suppan, who was right in the middle of the mix when the Cardinals scored a run in the top of the second. Takes a strike. Time for Ryan to put up a 0. Up in front of Suppan 0-2.
This is an excellent opportunity to do it. You get that pitcher leading off. So you should be able to start the inning at least with 1 out and nobody on.
Look at this. Look at this.
I should have never put that in the scouting report.
That's right, you did it.
I did it. It's just my fault.
Here it comes again.
All the different things we could have put in the scouting report, and I put that he was 0 for 43. And that was 2 for 2.
So he takes the Cardinals back up to the top of the batting order, and once again they get action out of their leadoff man. The only time they didn't have a leadoff man on was at the beginning of the ball game when Tony Womack bounced back to Vogelsong. It should be 2. Yeah, number 153. Pirates lead the major leagues, and it doesn't get any easier than that. They're shading Tony up towards second. They got the sharply hit ground ball. Easy stuff. 4-6-3.
But the only way you're going to get Tony is to have that ball sharply hit and leading somebody to the bag.
You set that double play up beautifully by having Suppan get his second hit after the scouting report.
It's all on a master plan.
Speaking of master plan, do you like anybody better than the Cardinals representing the National League? You know, way down the road at this point that you've seen?
No, there's no way. I mean, I can't.
It's hard to think of a weakness, isn't it?
No, well, the one thing, the one place where they might not match up with somebody is that they don't really have that dominating starting pitcher in their rotation.
Yeah, the big stud. Yep. They've got.
I mean, they got 5. They got 5 real good, solid starting pitchers, but they don't have anybody with that real low ERA down in the 2s or anything like that. Somebody with a huge strikeout game, you know, like a Randy Johnson type starter. But I'm trying to think of if that is going to hurt him, and I don't know. With this offense, that might not come into play.
Darrell Ward puts the glove around it, and that'll take care of the Cardinals. And Ryan Vogelsong does put up a 0 in the 4th. We're back. The Aflac trivia question: which National League shortstops led the league in double plays the most seasons? As you watch the Pirates turn 1, there were 3. Mickey Doolin, Philadelphia Phillies, 1907, 9, 10, 11, 13. Dick Groat, 1958, 59, 61, 62, 64. And the Wizard, Ozzie Smith, 80. In San Diego, when he was a San Diego Padre, and then 4 more with the St. Louis Cardinals. Cal Ripken Jr. did it in the American League for 8 seasons. You know, a whole lot of information on the Aflac trivia question. Double plays. Good to see Dick Groat, Richard Morrow Groat on that list.
Brian always has tie-ins. There was a lot of them there.
Yeah.
They were playing the Cardinals, so Ozzie Smith was one of them. Yeah. Dick Groat, the good Pirate tie-in.
Yeah. And then we showed the footage of a double play. It was right. Yeah, it was right on cue.
Doing it.
I mean, this is the Aflac package.
Brian was all over that one tonight.
Tight with a big swing and a miss, 1 and 2. grounded out to Albert Pujols. Shut down the Pirates bottom of the first when they were making noise against Jeff Suppan, who actually did score a couple runs. Cardinals 6, the Pirates 2. Cardinals 6 runs on 8 hits. The Pirates 2 runs on 5 hits. 2-2 to Tyke. Line drive to Tony Womack. Picks her up off the dirt. Verified by second base umpire Tim Timmons. 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th inning.
The Pirates don't want to wait too long before they start making some noise again on offense. Is it the Cardinal team? Their offense could bury you quickly if you don't try and stay with them a little bit.
Bury you, and then they can add on just like that too. And add-ons are tough when you're trailing.
So you know, we scored the 2 runs in that first inning, and you can't go more than 2 or 3 innings in a row without scoring again, or you're not going to catch these guys. Because I doubt that 6 will be all they scored tonight. They're going to hit another 5 innings.
Yep, it's hard to visualize 6 straight zeros after the start they've had tonight. Bobby Hill with a good start, a base hit. This one's popped to left down the corner. Mabry going over. Does he have room? He has room, and makes the catch just over the line in foul territory. And we will have a pinch hitter for Ryan Vogelsong as John Mabry takes a look and realizes he has plenty of room.
Looks like it's going to be Mark Corey coming in to pitch. I believe that's him in the bullpen.
Jose Bautista. 320.
Seeing some action since he was acquired. This is 26 at bats for him, and that a lot of times the Rule 5 guys, they never get to do anything. But Bautista has gotten some starts out in right field. That's some big pinch hits.
Yeah, some good at bats. Yeah.
He looks like he got a lot of talent. Maybe they have something for the future.
A lot of teams have thought that, including the Pirates, because he's bounced around a good bit on some major league levels.
Got a good strong throwing arm. I mentioned this before. I'm going to throw it out there again, that some of the coaches that I've talked to about him just rave about how quickly he absorbs things that they're trying to tell him.
Comfortable for Mabry. Gets it done. Pirates are done. 3 up, 3 down in the 4th. 6-2 Birds. 135. Cardinals and Bucks. Mark Corey coming on to make his 19th appearance. There you see the numbers. Ryan Vogelsong, 4 innings, 6 runs earned on 8 hits. Did not walk a batter for the 3rd straight start, and registered 1 strikeout. He got Mike Matheny in the 3rd inning.
Hey, you look at Corey's numbers. That 14 walks in 18 innings. That's the fly in the ointment for Mark Corey. Hasn't thrown as many strikes as he needs to, and that's why the ERA is in the mid-5s.
When he's really pitching well, he's got that big breaking curveball that's straight down.
And that can be tough to get over the plate at times.
I've always felt, and I've heard a lot of pitchers talk this way, that a curveball, the old pure curveball, is a harder pitch to control than the slider, and that's why the slider became so popular. Base hit into left field, and here come the Cardinals again with another leadoff man on base. This time it's in the top of the 5th inning as Albert Pujols picks up his first hit of the night.
Hit hard into that hole. 2 hops and it's through.
That's the difference with Pujols. He hits ground balls that you might have a play on with a different guy if it's not hit as sharply, and it would take a spectacular play, but his balls are gone. Popped into short right field. Another flare base hit. Albert rounding second. He's going to make it into 3rd base. Craig Wilson shuts down the attempt to 3rd base, and that quickly Scott Rowland with a little flare single puts Cardinals at 1st and 3rd. Nobody out that quickly.
Yeah, a little 2-seam fastball that jumps right in on Rowland's hands, jams him badly. But the strength in his wrists, he just fights the ball off and just kind of pushes it over Hill's head.
We have seen some flares, some cut shots, some cue shots with a lot of English. And here comes the big bopper, Jim Edmonds. 2 at-bats, 2 home runs, 2 runs scored, 4 RBIs. Center field. It's a big center field, but it's not big enough.
Hitting them where they're pitched. First home run was down and in. He pulls it to right. That home run was out over the outside corner, elevated a little bit. He hit that one to dead center.
Corey walking right into the eye of the storm. The Cardinals are like any other ball club in this respect, with a 4-2 lead. Every run they score now seems like 2 to the Pirates. You're up 4 and you just keep adding on. Every manager, including Tony La Russa, loves to see his team add on. That phrase, add on.
You get comfortable and sit on a lead. It's just an invitation to that other team that, hey, we're here for the taking. You want to come get us. And just about whatever the score is, at one point during a game, you'll find that the door gets opened to make that comeback. Might happen in the 7th, 8th inning, not always in the 9th. But there will be one inning where there'll be some walks or maybe an error and you can get back into it.
Hop to left, but plenty of distance. There'll be no problem for Albert Pujols to score. There's that add-on. This is the curveball, and Edmonds still gets under it.
Stayed back, tried to take that ball the other way.
High privilege for Jim Edmonds. We're playing in the 5th inning.
It's always the easiest way to lift the ball is try and hit that ball the other way. When you try to pull it, sometimes those wrists will roll over on it and put it on the ground.
A whole lot of production from Jim Edmonds tonight. Renteria's 0 for 2.
They'll have 3 guys with over 100 RBIs at the end of the season also.
This is a basket full for Jim. This is like a Jason Bay night for Edmonds. We've seen Jason Bay have some basket nights for ribbies. 5 takes him to 93. Gets him over that next mile marker up into the 90 range. Jumps him up into the 90s. Fouled. 0-2.
Funny looking at this lineup and seeing Larry Walker hit in 2 spots.
Scary, funny and scary. Even if he's going to a new barber. Count holds it 0-2 against Edgar Renteria. Came into the ballgame hitting .296. Hard to make those averages move around. You know, you talk to any hitter, they say, yeah, it goes down quick, but I go 2 for 5 one night, doesn't seem to move at all. A lot of at-bats.
Yeah, this time of year, they don't move around much.
Still 0-2, Cardinal shortstop. John Mabry's been in on a punt. He's got a base hit and scored a run. This 7-2 Cardinal lead in the 5th inning. Third baseman Makoviak. Of course, they get the around the horn double play, so they turn their second of the night. This one goes 5-4-3. They shut it down, but the Cardinals add on 7-2. Cardinals lead the Pirates 7-2 as we go to the bottom of the 5th. MLB.com game day audio lets you listen to every Pirates game online. Sign up at PittsburghPirates.com, where baseball is always on. Greg Brown handling the reins over on the radio side. We mentioned this early. Lanny Fratteri is not with us. Lanny is on a medical leave of absence, and our thoughts both in the TV booth and radio booth and the entire crew. I'm thinking about you. Jason Kendall leads it off for the Pirates, trailing by 5. Takes a pitch up and in. Jeff Suppan working in his 5th inning. Gave the Pirates a couple of runs in the bottom of the 1st, but he has thrown up 3 zeros since then.
And this inning right here, I think, Steve, is very important for the Pirates. They have the top of their lineup coming up. They haven't answered now in quite some time. 3 zeros in a row. They got to put some kind of number up, I think, here.
Breaking pitch in against 69 miles an hour on that slow curve. Jeff Suppan 4-1 overall against the Pirates, 3-0 this year, and this is his 10th career start against the Pirates. He's no stranger. Pirates add on to that list. Hit batsman. It's a start.
Yeah, get the leadoff runner on. That's just what you're looking for. It doesn't matter to, Jason Kendall base hit. If he gets hit, if he walks, whatever, he doesn't care. The thing with him, get on base. He's a leadoff hitter, on base percentage. That's his game, scoring runs.
Jason 2 for 2 officially. A couple base hits and a hit batsman. Jack Wilson 1 for 2. He doubled in the 1st.
Jack trying to shoot that ball to the right side. He's going for that hole in between Womack and Pujols. He was aiming for that little area right there. You can see even after he swung and missed, he kept staring out in that direction.
They try it again. Suppan won't let him.
It's smart hitting, really. I mean, that's the place on the infield that you get the best chance of getting a hit. Plus, if you do that, you go in first to third. You got a guy at first base that can run. You put a ball to right field. Kendall's going to third base. Now you're in business.
Ball and a strike to Jack. Jason off on the pitch and the perfect run and hit. And there you go, Robert. He finds that spot between first and second.
Yeah, that hit and run even makes the area over there a little wider. I mean, this is just an awesome job. Womack is going to take off, and the ball is going to go right through where Tony is standing. There goes Womack to cover the spot, and just a little punch shot into right field. You don't have to hit it hard. Just get it on the ground and get it over to that side of the field. And that's what Jack did.
Kendall at third, Wilson at first. Nobody out. Darrell Ward 0 for 2. Darrell Ward, the only player to hit the ball in the Allegheny River on the fly.
If he hits it real good right now, he can really lose the ball.
Landed on that barge.
Yeah, there's a nice big barge going by.
Chopped to second. Womack, the long throw to Renteria, and they still get it done. I don't know if Darrell Ward had trouble getting out of the chute or not, but that was going to be a tough double play because Tony had a long throw to make back to Renteria, but they get it done. Pirates score a run, but that takes the steam out of the bottom of the 5th inning. There's the long throw by Womack, and Renteria sees that Darrell's not even close yet.
Well, Darrell Ward just simply does not run well. He's probably the slowest guy on the club, and he puts a ball on the ground in that situation, they're going to have a chance to get a double play. He's up there to hit the ball hopefully over the fence, and when he doesn't, you know, that's not his game. And you know, you're right, that Cardinals, that's exactly what they wanted. They could care less about giving up that run. They wanted 2 outs.
Well hit, right center field. It's carrying. Edmonds back and back. Forget about it. Jim Edmonds thought he had a shot, and it didn't get over by much, but it got over between the Hines sign and the 84 Lumber sign. Craig Wilson hits that towering fly ball again that won't quit carrying.
Edmonds, one of the best in the league, it's going up and stealing those home runs. Edmonds knows it's hit well. There, he's setting his feet right now. He's getting ready for his leap. He's got a bead on it. Not there in time.
And he didn't miss by much.
No, he loves doing that. I mean, you know, he loves making the spectacular catch.
Bounce to Pujols. That'll be the out on Rob Makoviak, but the Pirates pick up a couple in the bottom of the 5th, and we've got a 7-4 ball game. Cardinals lead it. Well, the Pirates get back in it, trailing by 3 now as we go to the top of the 6th. Mark Corey was touched up for 1 run in the top half of the 5th inning. Cardinals their 7th.
Well, the Pirates had the top of the lineup up, and they did something. They put a 2 spot up on the board. Now, okay.
Now you're in range.
Yeah, and now you got the challenge is you got to go with the 0. Your team just scored, and you have the bottom 1/3 of the lineup coming up. So this is where you would think
it's the right combination.
You could go with a 1-2-3 inning.
Yep.
Let's cross our fingers, and the Pirates are trying to get right back at them. They put a 0 up here. I'm sure they feel that, hey, we're right back in this ball game.
And that'll be the first out here in the top of the 6th. Yeah, sometimes combinations are good. The Pirates score to get back in it. Now you put a 0 up. It would be the only second 0 that the Cardinals have on their line score. They've scored in every inning except the 4th.
Matheny now. Hopefully you can retire him, and then Suppan, he's due to make it out.
Sure.
Good slider.
I'll remind everybody again that tomorrow's game is a 1:25 start against the Cardinals. It's been changed. Breaking ball didn't get close. Yeah, channel 53 will carry it in the Pittsburgh area, so if you don't get a chance to come out to the ballpark, you still catch the Pirates and the Redbirds tomorrow at 1:25. Back with you at FSN Pittsburgh on Sunday afternoon, the 1:35 start. 2-1 now to Mike Matheny. He's 0 for 2. Flat out to right and struck out. Bounced short. Jack Wilson takes it deep. Gets the job done to Darrell Ward. Well, you're 2/3 of the way home, Robert, on your optimism and the way you want this top of the 6th to go. Now we got the tough out.
He's due for an out. He was having a hard time with the peepers there.
Sweat in the eyes or something. There's somewhat of a breeze around, but it's generated by the fan in back of us. Not much going on in the field.
Get that right. There we go.
Correct.
1, 2, 3.
This should do it. Craig Wilson. Ready, willing, and able, and that'll get it done here in the top of the 6th. The Pirates put up a 0. They trail by 3. Welcome back to PNC Park. There you take a look at the line score. Cardinals leading it by 3 as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. The crowd here at PNC Park enjoying a in between the innings feature on Dave Parker and his work in the '79 All-Star game with a 2 tremendous throws that he made. Great throws that got a runner at third and got a runner at home. What an arm.
Came up in Seattle, Sky Dome. Is that what the dome was called? No. What was that dome called? King Dome.
King Dome.
King Dome. Sky Dome's
Toronto. Dave Parker figurine night here at the ballpark. A nice turnout. Pirates trying to play a little catch up. Dave Parker was the MVP of that particular All-Star game. Jason Bay leading off. Jason is 0 for 2. Deep to short. Renteria, the long throw off balance. Nicely done. And that's why he gets a Gold Glove or every once in a while.
I'll tell you what, that was a break on that hop. That ball stays down. It's a much tougher play. Look at this bounce off the edge of the grass. Went straight up. Boy, that do him a favor. If he's got to field that ball down around the ankles, it's going to take him another step to get off a throw. But as he was catching that ball shoulder high, he's already in throwing position.
Yep. He doesn't need much help either. He got it there. Tyke Redmond 0 for 2 on the night. Shortens up, thinking about maybe dropping the ball down. Scott Rowan is a step on the grass at third base. By the way, the Craig Wilson home run, his 25th and the 20th given up by Jeff Suppan.
It's the 21st home run that Craig Wilson's hit in the month of August in his career. This is his best month for long balls.
Yeah, Craig Wilson's going to fool around and have a 30 home run year.
Yeah. Love to see it.
That's a benchmark. You get over that 30, people pay attention to you when you get over 30.
The Redmond. Out in the left field stands, just underneath the outback.
Give him another example of one of these Jeff Suppan starts. Again, he's not a dazzler, but here he is in the 6th inning, and he'll give you 6, 7 innings most every night. He goes out there. Good off-speed pitches. He pulls the string and gets the strikeout of Tyke. Just his 2nd on the night. Got Jason Bay in the 1st inning.
Yeah, Suppan very supple. He'll bend, but he won't break.
Not many strikeouts. This is not like an Oliver Perez night or a Randy Johnson night. Vogelsong had 1, and now Suppan has 2. Bobby Hill 1 for 2. Ryan Vogelsong went the first 4 innings, giving up 6 runs. Mark Corey has worked a couple innings. Suppan has been out there all night long. Bounce to Albert, and this will do it very quickly, and that's a real valuable inning for a starting pitcher to have a 1, 2, 3, 6th inning when he's got a lead. 7-4 Cardinals.
You're watching FSN Pittsburgh.
Welcome back. Cardinals lead it by 3. They did lead it by 5, but the Pirates made some inroads in the 5th inning. They awarded this chopper to Tony Womack. That's a 6-4-3 double play, but while that's happening, Jason Kendall is scoring. Next batter, Craig Wilson, just nudges it over the right center field fence for a home run, his 25th, and the Pirates pick up 2. They're in range. They trail by 3. Tony Womack will lead it off here in the top of the 7th inning. He is 1 for 3. And Womack hit into his 6th double play, and we have to assume that they were all pretty similar. To get Tony in a double play situation, you've got to have just the right set of circumstances, which mainly are a sharply hit ball close to second base. Cardinals 7 runs on 10 hits. Fouled away. The Pirates 4 runs on 7 hits. No errors in this ball game at this point. Reggie Sanders not in the starting lineup. Don Mayberry out there tonight. Base hit. That's a real demonstration of a typical Tony Womack base hit. Just slap it the opposite way, past the infield, short of the outfield. His second hit of the night. And the Cardinals have had a lot of leadoff action. They've cashed a good bit of it in.
Yeah, 11 base hits now, 6+ innings. Tony setting the table for the big guys.
5 out of the 7 innings they've gotten the leadoff man out. Tony has 20 steals. Tony Womack's on first, and now the tall trees come up. You gotta love to be a starter for this ball club. They're going to score you some runs. These 5 starters, by the way, with the exception of what, Dan Herron, who's the only other guy that started a game for the Cardinals. The 5 guys in their rotation, 59 and 30 as a 5-some. Wide of third, Makoviak with a backhand flip. Oh, what a beautiful job by Bobby Hill. Perhaps an ill-advised throw back to first base. I don't think they had any chance for the double play, but he did a nice job of getting that force, and Makoviak shoveling the ball to him. Didn't have much time to do anything else.
Yeah, Makoviak staying in that hole most he could. Was able to get the ball off to Hill. That ball stayed in the ballpark, so no problem. And I think, you know, when you're down by 3 runs late in the ball game, you got to take some chances on defense. So Hill gave it a go. If the shoe's on the other foot, if we got the big lead, then that throw was really ill-advised. That could have easily gone in the stands.
And that ball got a piece of Larry Walker, maybe on the knee or leg.
Got him on the right foot.
Larry Walker got down to first base, trying to beat out that double play a little quicker than he got on his triple. Make sure the foot's all right. Albert Pujols officially 1 for 2. He led off the 5th with a base hit, came around to score. Mark Corey giving Lloyd McClendon some innings. This is his 3rd since relieving Ryan Vogelsong. Little flare. Wilson has it, and that's all he can do with it. That bat wound up going farther than the baseball.
Well, I wish that ball would have bounced in front of Jack. They would have had an easy double play. I don't know if we'll see it or not, but Pujols goes nowhere.
Still not in your picture.
Yeah, he took about 2 steps and just shut it down.
It was too high, but that's like the old play where an infielder would just kind of box the ball in front of him.
And just try and let it bounce in front of him and short hop it.
Yep.
Would have been an easy double play.
Scott Brolin.
You know, Jack's watching the ball. He's not watching Albert Pujols, so he doesn't know he's not running.
Brolin 2 for 3. An RBI to add on to his league leading total. 111 now for Scott. You know, we talked about the Cardinals and all the aspects of their real fine ball club. The middle reliever guys, I don't know if you can say it's a soft spot. It's hard to say. They've got the best record in baseball. But love to get into the bullpen and take your chances, but love to put this 0 up first. Not much happening out in the Cardinal bullpen right now. As in nothing.
Both bullpens just kind of standing around. We will be seeing a new pitcher though. Well, the thing next time up.
Corey scheduled to lead off. Without a doubt. And if Mark Corey can get this out and then put a 0 up in the 7th, he'll get good marks for his outing tonight. 3 innings, 1 run against this lineup. Not letting the ball game get out of hand. Pirates going to finish up the homestand, the brief homestand with these 3 games against the Cardinals, then back out on the road. You have 4 in Milwaukee and 3 in Houston. Another week out on the road and back for a lot of home baseball in the month of September. 2-2 to Roland. Got him. Mark Corey does a good job. He puts a 0 up here in the 7th. Still 7-4 Cardinals. Welcome back to PNC Park. There you take a look. The Cardinals leading by 3 as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. And this copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the Pittsburgh Pirates and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form without the express written consent of the Pittsburgh Pirates. We're legal. Abraham Nunez pinch hitting for Mark Corey. Pirates looking for 3 runs somehow in these last 3 at-bats. Numbers for Abraham for the season. Starting to work in the Cardinal bullpen now. Jeff Suppan working in the 7th inning. Abraham out in front 2-0. Ray King is the left-hander. Cal Eldred, the veteran right-hander. Mark Corey, 3 innings. A run that was earned on 3 hits. Recorded a strikeout. Good work. Pitch in for a strike. Jeff Suppan making his 25th start. He'll wind up right around that 200 inning mark again, as he always seems to do. But he falls behind Abraham Nunez. John Grabo loosening up for the Pirates. And that bullpen activity for the Cardinals could accelerate if he loses Abraham.
He's very reluctant right now to give Abraham a fastball. Big slow curveball, then a changeup, and then I'm not sure what the strike pitch was, and then another breaking ball for a ball.
There it is.
I think that's the first fastball Abraham's seen.
To Scott Rowland, pretty automatic.
Scott Rowland, I guess he made the right decision as far as his career path when he got out of Philadelphia. Now he's in baseball heaven in St. Louis, and that Philly situation just gets uglier and uglier. I don't know what they're doing tonight.
They're scoreless with Milwaukee at Philadelphia in the 5th inning. There's got to be a Larry Boa watch, I would think.
Oh, there's been one for a long time.
Jason Kendall on base all 3 times, a couple of hits, and he was hit by a pitch.
Phillies have lost 3 in a row, the 3 and 7 in their last 10 games, and they've dropped this totally out of the picture. They're 11.5 games behind Atlanta now. Their season pretty much over with. They can't even really look at a wild card situation. They're 9 games out there with 5 teams in front of them. So
yeah, that's the key.
They're done.
Yeah, so many teams. You can't figure all those teams in front of them in the wild card are going to go sour.
They're done. A lot of very high hopes going into that new stadium. They thought they'd put together a winner. Got Billy Wagner.
Well hit. They're not going to catch this one.
Nope.
It's toward the notch.
Double.
That was at least 2 bases from the time it left the bat. Jason Kendall having himself a good night. You know, Jason has always said, and I've talked to him a couple of times, I said, you know, people like to say that somebody has an advantage, a catcher might have an advantage facing a pitcher that he caught. Jason said, that's exactly right. He says, if they get me out, they really aren't getting me out. I'm getting myself out. He's very confident hitting against former pitchers that he's worked with.
I'll tell you what, that man right there, he's pretty confident no matter who's out there at that plate.
That's true.
He can flat hit, and he knows it.
There's another ball right there that, if we're at Three River Stadium, that's a home run.
Yeah, he told me that he always talks about Three River Stadium. He was talking about it again today.
Jack Wilson 2 for 3 on the night.
I can't remember. I mentioned something about it. Well, anytime he hears through it, his ears pop up, and then when we talk him into rebuilding that place, he loved to hit in that park.
Yep. The reachable fences and that fast track. Ball and a strike to Jack Wilson. The Pirates trying to play catch up. Two and one pitch. Lined over Tony Womack's head. This will cut the deficit to 2 runs as Jack Wilson almost made the commitment to try for 2. The big turnaround first base, but the Pirates close the gap as Kendall doubles. Jack Wilson picks up his 3rd hit of the night.
Yeah, Jack down by 3. He's got to be careful on those base paths. Pirates got something going now. This line drive base hit of his, that's going to score a run. Jack can't run into an out. Can't run into an out. He's thinking about it. We got to stop. Good decision.
Tony out, and he wants the baseball. The Cardinals are going to make a pitching change, and they're going to go to Ray King, the left-hander, one of 2 lefties in the St. Louis bullpen. Steve Klein is the other one, and when we come back, it'll be Ray King against Darrell Ward. We're back. Pirates making noise in the bottom of the 7th. They've closed it into a 2-run ball game. Ray King comes on, and he will not be facing Darrell Ward.
Ward is being pinch hit for. Wigington will come out and hit.
That'll cause a whole lot of defensive reconfigurations for the Pirates when they go out to play.
I think that Ty will go to 3rd base. Craig will probably go from right field to 1st. And McElwack will be in right. Ty looking down at John Russell.
Ray King has worked 48 innings. He's walked 19. So you want to make sure that you don't help him out. Pirates need base runners. Still. They chipped away at this thing. They fell behind 3-0 early, running right away early in the 1st inning. Pop out on the right field line. Cardinals with 7 runs on 11 hits. The Pirates 5 runs on 9 hits. Kendall's had 3 hits. Jack Wilson has had 3 hits. Craig Wilson is homered. Tony La Russa's ball club coming into this game with a record of 83 and 44. Best numbers in the major leagues. 0-1 to tie.
Lost 2 out of 3 to Cincinnati. Maybe they're slowing down a little bit. Let's hope so.
Straight up in the air. Jim Edmonds coming over and in. Gets a beat on it. That one almost fought rain on a clear night. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Craig Wilson went deep earlier. Worth another look.
Well, he's a tying run right now. I might see another one disappear over the fence.
Will it be Ray King working against Craig?
Yeah, you got Makoviak on deck.
Yep. Cal Eldred has been around a long time. He's found a home here in St. Louis, or with St. Louis.
He's found a home in that bullpen. starting days are behind him now. He's settled into a new role.
Yep. And he started a lot of major league games.
He's doing a good job with it. He knows that this is a different part of his career. In the home stretch.
Dave Duncan wants to talk with Greg King. It's funny how some players that have been around a while, all of a sudden they bounce around a little bit. Every once in a while, it works out where they get that good fit. Look at Tony Womack.
Yeah.
Tony is a wonderful fit. Let's say Tony's lucky to catch on with the Cardinals. I think the Cardinals are kind of fortunate to have Tony Womack. He's fit beautifully.
Yeah, that's for sure.
1-0 to Craig Wilson. 2-0 to Craig Wilson.
Well, Craig really has to pick his pitch now. He's got to be thinking about, with 2 outs here, hitting a home run. So he's got to just really zone in on one thing. Now, hopefully that was exactly the pitch he was looking for. If it wasn't, then he shouldn't have been swinging at it.
Fastball that looked like it was up, might have been up a little too high. Came down empty. Popped up. Is it playable? Walker going over. It's trying to slice out a play. Just barely. Craig stays alive.
I like the fact that they get the ball in the air and he got the big part of the bat on it. Just kind of drove it straight up. It's still. That's what we're looking for, a long ball. The difference between that real high fly ball and the one that goes over the fence, only about a quarter of an inch on that bat.
Yep. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Pirates trailing by 2. 2 innings left after this.
This is our 3rd meeting here about Craig Wilson. We had a Matheny King meeting to start the at-bat off. Then Duncan came out. Well, it looked like Matheny maybe kept putting down the same pitch, and King didn't want to agree with that. Called his catcher out. And try and go inside. Maybe. Maybe not.
That'll do it for the Pirates. They inch closer. They trail by 2. We're going to go to the 8th inning. Other Pirate changes. We'll catch you up on all that when we can. John Grabo will be working against Jim Edmonds. Fastball. Check it out. Rob Makoviak goes from 3rd to right. Ty Wigginton stays in the ball game to play 3rd. Grabo's next pitch to Edmonds. That's in for a strike. And Craig Wilson moves in from right field to play first base, as Mr. Walk speculated.
Oh, we went out on a limb with that one, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. Yeah. Well, got to take those risks. John Grabo missing inside to Jim Edmonds, who has had a great night. 2 home runs, 5 RBIs, couple runs scored. A perfect 2 for 2 with big production. Three and 1 to Edmonds. Jim Edmonds. Once again, the Cardinals get their leadoff man. And as good a month that it's been for Craig Wilson, it has been that tough a month for John Grabo. It's really been a struggle in the month of August for this rookie left-hander.
Really, it's kind of been like the second half of the season. It's been just a tough march through the National League for John Graybo.
Over first. By the way, the final numbers for Jeff Suppan: 6 1/3 innings, 5 runs. They were earned on 9 hits. He walked a batter and struck out 2.
That first big league season can be a long one.
It can be a lot of different sections too. Some good times, some bad times. Jack has one play and he makes it nicely to first base, and that's all he had available. Bobby, sorry about the $1 million, but you can expect the grand. $1 million triple play inning. Be another candidate, another contestant next Friday. The Pirates will be in Houston, Texas. Weekend set against the Astros. 4 in Milwaukee, start off the next trip, and 3 in Houston.
Pinch hitter. Taguchi, 99. Yes, it is.
Attendance announced tonight, 27,475. Nice turnout on Friday night. 475, the end of that number, matching the career home run total of Willie Stargell. Spin Williams out to talk with John Graybo.
Sure that they're all on the same page on what they want to do with Taguchi. See the scorecard getting a little marked up now.
It happens about every 8th inning, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So Taguchi, he's been around a while. He's had a couple of trips in the 2 previous years with the St. Louis Cardinals, abbreviated time, up and down this year. Top of the 8th inning, Cardinals lead the Pirates 7-5. 1 out here in the top of the 8th, and Jim Edmonds on second base.
Bruce Tanner going over the lineup card. Solomon Torres, telling Solomon who he'll be pitching against.
Solomon Torres has had a little leg problem, a groin or leg pull that they've been nursing along. Base hit left field. This will score another run for the Cardinals as Jim Edmonds will come around comfortably. Taguchi comes up with a big base hit. That is a hurt and run right there.
Yep.
Pirates closed to within 2, and now it's back to 3. The free pass comes around, and the August and second half struggles for John Graybo continue.
Big hit indeed. Late in the ball game like this, all the runs are precious. Taguchi with a big pinch hit. The lesser-known Cardinals chipping in.
As this guy did when we were in St. Louis. Mike Matheny had a big double and a home run in one of the games. Ball well hit to left field. Bay has it measured, and Jason chases it down deep in the deepest part of the ballpark.
Hey, Jason,
Mike Matheny probably was hoping that he's at Three Rivers Stadium too, because that's a long ball. That's a home run. Right by the bullpen door, and that ball carried extremely well.
Jason has to play that left field like he's a center fielder. There's so much green grass out there to try and cover. Got the deep corner over his left shoulder. And he's got to shade that direction, so he's always a long ways from the line.
Reggie Sanders comes to bat here in the 8th inning. Reggie one home run away from his 20th. Won't happen here. Jack Wilson gets it over to Craig Wilson, and that'll take care of the St. Louis Cardinals in the top of the 8th. But they do add on. It's 8-5 Redbirds. So Taguchi stays in the ballgame to play left field, and Steve Klein will come on to do the pitching. He's the 3rd Cardinal pitcher of the evening. Ray King went 2/3 of an inning. You'll notice the nice, new, shiny, clean cap that Steve Klein is wearing, because he used to have one of the worst-looking hats. But perhaps because of the 10-game suspension, they came down on Julian Tavares pretty hard for an illegal substance on his cap. It's the Tavares cap, which they looked at for a good bit, but it never became evidence because they gave it back to Julian Tavares, and after throwing a ball toward the Cardinal dugout, took the hat and threw it into the crowd. So Steve Klein has a brand new cap, and he'll come on to work here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Suppan King for a couple outs, 2/3 of an inning for Ray King, and he departs for Steve Klein, their other left-hander, out of the pen.
It won't stay clean long. The way he uses that rosin back, he'll have it all dirtied up quickly.
Yep. Rob Makoviak bouncing the ball wide at first base. Rob has a base hit on the night, the RBI single in the 1st inning. It has been an uphill battle all night long. The Pirates have gotten close and chipped away, but the Cardinals have added on 1 or 2 along the way, and they lead it by 3, and it's getting late. Klein versus Makoviak. Breaking ball in. Bounce to second. Big hop for Tony Womack. Easy. By the way, speaking of the woes of the Philadelphia Phillies and Larry Boa, congratulations to the Steelers last night, beating the Philadelphia Eagles. Close to their opener. We wish them all the best in the season.
A lot of excitement right now about their running game, maybe.
Yeah.
Coming back.
Deuce Staley. Jerome Bettis and company. Good luck to the Steelers. Chop to third. Rolling. Strong throw across. 2 up, 2 down quickly here in the bottom of the 8th inning. 4-3, 5-3. Julian Tavares, I guess there's a period of time that goes by. They have to wait until they get the hearings all squared away, and I don't know when he's going to start serving his suspension or whether it will remain a 10-game deal.
Yeah, the way they have things wrapped up in the Central Division, it's not a big blow for them.
The bunt attempt, a little too close to the first baseline. 3 up, 3 down. The Pirates go quietly in the bottom of the 8th. Still a 3-run St. Louis lead. Frank Brooks coming on to make his major league debut. He was selected in the Rule 5 draft by the New York Mets. And then immediately traded to Oakland. Was in Oakland, then Boston, spring training camps, and then returned to Pittsburgh. So he has made the trip around the horn, and here he is. An exciting night for Frank Brooks, the left-hander, making his major league debut. And
he had to go a long ways in spring training.
Yeah.
Oakland, he had to go to Arizona for that, then back to Florida to finish up.
Fort Myers,
Boston,
yeah. John Grable goes an inning, giving up a hit, a run, issuing a walk. That walk became the run. Brooks against Tony Womack. His first major league pitch is in for a strike. Don't ever downplay the major league debut. This is the culmination of a dream. Every player remembers his first major league appearance. Chopped to first. Will it stay fair?
Yes, it did.
Does. Craig Wilson will make the easy play.
And no matter what happens now, forever, he's got a line in the big book.
He's a major leaguer. He is officially in the book as having been a big leaguer. Step right up, Frank, and face Larry Walker. And then after that, Albert Pujols.
You know, you want to make your debut, though, I think, against a team with some guys you can talk about years down the road. You know, and then this is when he can like talk about, yeah, I've seen that lineup I faced.
Yep. Popped up. Maybe playable. It's got a lot of height. Jack Wilson angling over. And that will upset Jack Wilson more than anything else that has happened tonight, and that will bother him and take away from his 3-hit night.
Yep.
He had it measured.
He's got it all the way. It was a very, very high pop fly. Called a no play.
Good try by Frank Brooks. Hard for Frank Brooks to get a close call when he's pitching against a Larry Walker. This Frank Brooks is kind of the pitching version of Jose Bautista in terms of moving around and bouncing around. Popped up, hooked.
That's not going to stay in either. Get down in the dugout. Tony Womack will give somebody a souvenir, it looks like.
In Nashville, Frank Brooks was 6-3 with a couple of saves and a 4.10 ERA. 34 relief appearances and 8 starts. You won't see this very often. Same ERA as a reliever he had as a starter. And the guy they call Izzy starting to warm up in the bullpen. Their closer. Isringhausen has 36. 2-2 fouled away.
Now the Cardinals have 83 wins, so there's been some opportunities for him to go
Yes,
out there.
indeed. Yep.
So of course, they probably had a lot of games this year where there haven't been save opportunities where they put runs up on the board.
Yep. Got the call that time. Call third strike. He'll remember that too. Yeah. Faced Larry Walker in the first game and locked him up. Kendall slides out. Get the pitch right there. Do you remember the first batter you faced in the big leagues?
Oh, yeah. Omar Marino.
Do you remember what he did?
Same thing here. Tony Womack grounded to first, 3 unassisted. Marino grounded to first. And then
you were over to cover if needed, right?
Yeah, and then the number 2 guy, same as here, struck out. Yeah, that was Tim Foley.
All right.
I'm not gonna. We'll wait and see what happens here before I add anything else.
I like the first part of the story.
I walked the Cobra, Dave Parker. And Stars will hit a laser beam over the fence for home run.
I told you I like the first part of the story. We needed a pop-up right here.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't look like. Yeah, we'll wait and see what happens.
Yep. Exciting night for Frank Brooks. Number 57. Smiles' old number. Popped up, then back to home plate and out of play.
I always thought that was a good Pittsburgh number, you know, at Heinz 57.
Oh, yeah, it fits. Yeah, absolutely. And the Pirates trying to play catch up. Sorry about that. Couldn't resist.
That's normally my job,
Yeah,
Steve.
I know. I couldn't resist. Yeah. The big Heinz sign in right center field. Craig Wilson hit the ball over the Heinz sign. Popped up. What a good debut for Frank Brooks, I think.
A little confusion there.
All right, Jack, got it done. 3 up, 3 down for the rookie left-hander as he gets his feet wet, and the Pirates got one more chance. That number tells the story. 3-run deficit. The Pirates do or die, bottom of the ninth, and they'll have to try to do it against Jason Isringhausen, who has 36 saves. He has been the closer for the Cardinals. Some work with the Oakland A's. Originally came up with the New York Mets. Jason Isringhausen, like Cal Eldred, at one time was a phenom starter for the Mets. He's had some physical problems along the way, but here he is, closing on a real good ball club.
Did you see that shot of Frank Brooks in the dugout walking back and forth? He just doesn't know what to do, right?
He's
There's
on air.
no way he can sit down. Pacing back and forth.
It's a great feel. It's what you dream about. Bobby Hill trying to get something going. He's 1 for 3, and he chops the first pitch. I'll tell you, the 8th inning was quick, and the 9th inning starts out the same way. What did Klein throw? About 5 pitches?
Yeah,
5 or 6.
The rule of thumb is, when you're down by runs, you should take some pitches.
Make them work a little bit.
Yeah, give that pitcher a chance to maybe get a little wild and help you out a little bit. Free pass here and there, but the last 2 innings, Pirates being very aggressive.
Jose Castillo now with 1 out in the bottom of the 9th. Suppan, King, Klein, a scoreless inning, as we said, 3 up, 3 down quickly for Steve Klein, and now Jason Isringhausen trying to pick up save number 37. He's got 3 runs to work with. Again, a reminder, tomorrow afternoon, not tomorrow night. A lot of Saturday night games, but tomorrow it's a 1:25 start, and it's going to be Matt Morris, 13-8 for the Cardinals. Nelson Figueroa gets his 2nd start for the Pirates. He started last weekend against St. Louis. Did a pretty good job. 6 innings, just 2 runs given up to the Cardinals. But it wasn't happening for the Pirates last weekend against St. Louis. They won the first game Thursday, and then the Cardinals won the next 4. 2-1 to Jose. Fouled away, count evens. Tomorrow afternoon, Sunday afternoon, then back out on the road.
After this one, we'll just beat 2 more road trips for the season.
Yeah, one of them's a short one.
Yeah,
3
quick.
short days in Chicago, and then the road trip for the last week of the season. A lot of home dates in September for the Pirates. Philadelphia trying to get back on track. They're leading Milwaukee 6-1 in the 9th inning. Base hit right field. Jose Castillo keeps it going. Well, you immediately think with that base hit, what if the Pirates are just down 2 runs? That 8th run, that 1 extra run was huge for the Cardinals.
Yeah, 'cause you get a guy on base, boom, tying runs up.
Yep.
Not yet.
Jason Kendall's had himself a night, 3 for 3, and the other at bat, he was hit by a pitch.
I don't think his Isringhausen numbers are real strong, if I remember right.
And there are some hitters that remember every pitch that's been thrown to them by every pitcher. I would guess that Jason's not in that category.
No. Yeah, there
You're
they are.
right. Yep.
Yeah, 2 for 14. Yeah. Not too many guys that he doesn't have at least decent numbers against. See Jason, he's going to take all the way. He knows that Jack Wilson standing behind him right there. He's the tying run. Kendall has to get on base.
2 balls and a strike. That ball hit on the forearm, and he is hit by a pitch once again, and now we do have a tying run coming to home plate. And Matheny and Tony La Russa want to talk this over with home plate umpire Hunter Wendelstedt. Might be thinking about whether that ball hit the bat instead of a piece of Kendall.
Now they were asking.
It's a judgment call.
They were asking for an appeal on a swing.
Okay.
And that's what they were going after.
That was
definitely didn't. They didn't come close to swinging at it.
Close. Nothing close. Second time for Jason tonight. But you're right. He finds a way to get on the base paths. And in case you're wondering, and I am, Jason Isringhausen has given up 5 home runs. Not a huge amount, but at least it's not a 0 beside that category. Jack Wilson with 3 hits tonight. He takes a strike.
You know, it's amazing that pitchers have still to this day they try to pitch Kendall inside. Why even bother? You're just going to hit him, and he's going to first.
Uh-oh, this could be 2. Renteria to Womack. And Tony cannot get the handle on the ball.
Oh, is that huge?
Yep, they don't get the double play, and the Pirates stay alive. That was going to be the end of the ball game. Jason Kendall. Yeah, he runs hard to first. He runs hard to second, too.
And he loves to break up double plays.
So
yeah, I'm not sure why. It looked like Tony had his fingers on the ball properly. I don't know what happened there.
Yeah. Turned it loose. Yeah, I thought originally it had to be a problem with the grip, but it wasn't. Popped up. Playable? No.
It's going to be in the stands. Well, I mean, that's just a breath of life, because you get you know, guys coming up to the plate now. They got some pop in the bat, and they represent the tying run.
First and third, 2 outs, bottom of the 9th. The Pirates trailing by 3. Wigginton behind in the count, 0-1. It's even.
What was that pitch? Slipped a wiffle ball in the game or something.
I don't think it was part of the at-bat plan.
No.
Ball and a strike. Saved by Mike Matheny. It's so important now that Ty makes sure that he forces Isringhausen to throw a strike. And that's what Jason Isringhausen wants to do. Nicely put it in there. Kind of fat. 2 balls and a strike. The runners lead. The pitch. Ends just barely picking up that outside corner.
Matheny really looked like he had to reach a long ways for this. Watch Matheny how far he reaches, and just kind of then brings it back a couple inches. A very borderline pitch.
Yep, and I think Matheny bought a call. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Izzy is ready. Got him. Ball game. And the Cardinals hold on. A shaky bottom of the 9th inning, but the Pirates do not score. It's an 8-5 final, and the Cardinals come away with the first game of this series. They have an 8-5 win.